It's strange how love can dissolve in a single night, not through shouting or betrayal, but through laughter that wasn't meant for you. That night started like any other Friday. I thought Emily and I were fine, distant lately, yes, but nothing love couldn't fix. She'd told me earlier that week, I need some space. The girls want to take me out. I nodded, trying to be understanding. I trusted her. After 5 years together, I thought I could. But space, I learned, can sometimes mean a chance to see how life feels without you. I didn't plan to see her that night. I didn't even want to. I was driving home from work when my coworker, Liam, asked if I wanted to grab a quick drink at the Haven, a rooftop bar that had just opened downtown. I agreed, figuring a beer might ease the tension of the week. The moment I walked in, I froze. There she was, Emily, surrounded by her friends, laughing louder than I'd heard in months. But it wasn't the laughter that broke me. It was what they were laughing about. Her best friend, Sophie, raised a glass and said, "To Emily's freedom. Finally single again." The whole table cheered. My heart stopped. Emily didn't correct them. She just smiled, a little too wide, and said, "I guess I'm officially free." They clinked their glasses, shouting and laughing, while I stood there unnoticed in the corner, feeling like an uninvited guest at my own breakup party. I didn't approach her. I didn't cause a scene. I just watched for a few seconds, long enough to see the truth. She wasn't confused. She wasn't heartbroken. She looked relieved. And in that moment, I realized that maybe she'd been halfway gone for months, I just hadn't wanted to see it. I left quietly. No dramatic exit, no text, no confrontation. I drove home in silence, the image of her smile burning in my mind. When I got back, I started packing her things. I wasn't angry, I was done. Done trying to fix something that had clearly died while I was still clinging to the idea of it. Her side of the closet was empty by midnight. The next morning, she came home, still wearing last night's makeup, heels in her hand, her laughter gone. She froze when she saw the boxes by the door. "Daniel, what's all this?" she asked, her voice small. I was sitting at the kitchen table, sipping coffee. "Your freedom," I said quietly. Her face went pale. "What are you talking about?" "I saw you last night," I said. "At the Haven. Sophie made a toast to your freedom." You didn't correct her. She blinked rapidly, caught between shock and guilt. "You were there?" "I was," I said. And I wasn't angry. I just understood everything in that moment. "Daniel, it wasn't like that," she stammered. "They were just joking. I didn't say I was single." "You didn't need to," I interrupted softly. "You didn't deny it either." She stepped closer, desperate now. "We've been arguing. I just needed a night to breathe. They were trying to make me feel better. Please, don't take it the wrong way." I gave a sad little smile. "You don't toast to freedom unless you feel trapped." Tears welled in her eyes. "I didn't mean it like that." "I know," I said. "You probably didn't mean a lot of things. But intentions don't matter when the damage is done." She started crying then, reaching out for my hand. "Daniel, I was drunk," I said stupid things. "I don't want to lose you." I gently pulled my hand away. "You already did. You just didn't notice until now." "Please," she whispered. "We can talk about this. I can fix it." I shook my head. "Last night, your friends cheered because they thought you were free. And maybe you are. I'm just making it official." She covered her face, sobbing quietly. "Don't leave me like this." I stood, took a deep breath, and said, "You wanted space. I'm giving it to you, for good." When I walked to the door with her things, she followed me, crying harder now. "Daniel, please. I love you. I was just upset, that's all. I didn't mean for you to see that." I turned to her one last time. That's the thing about truth, I said. It doesn't need to mean anything, it just is. And I finally saw it. She stood there, speechless, as I walked out. A few weeks later, I heard from a mutual friend that she'd told everyone we were taking time apart, as if it were mutual. But her friends, the same ones who had toasted to her freedom, weren't cheering anymore. One of them even reached out to me privately, saying, "We didn't know she hadn't told you it was over. If we'd known, we wouldn't have said those things." I didn't reply. There was no point. A month later, Emily texted me, "I miss you. I made a mistake. Can we talk?" I looked at the message for a while before typing back, "You already had your talk. You just chose to have it without me." She didn't respond after that. People always talk about revenge, slamming doors, screaming, cutting ties with fury. But my revenge was quiet. It was walking away without hate, without regret, with nothing but peace. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is refuse to play the villain in someone else's story. Her friends had cheered for her freedom. They thought she'd won something. But when they saw me walk away for good, calm, unbroken, gone, they finally realized that freedom doesn't always feel like victory. Sometimes, it feels like loss. And for her, it did.